Some tragic news to report as the president of Haiti has been assassinated. The Caribbean's nation's acting prime minister confirmed Haitian President Jovenel Moïse was killed in his private residence. Acting Prime Minister Claude Joseph said a group attacked the home around 1 o'clock Wednesday morning. He says they killed Moïse and shot his wife. Now she's recovering from that gunshot. Joseph did not say how the president was killed. The acting prime minister called the assassination heinous, inhumane, and barbaric while calling for calm. Now it's not yet known who was involved in this attack. Moïse was 53 years old and became Haiti's president in 2017. And more than 4 million people are in Florida under a hurricane warning, even as Elsa has downgraded overnight into Wednesday morning to a tropical storm. Isabel Rosales is in St. Pete Beach tracking the storm.
Heavy rains already flooding island communities off Florida's west coast. And strong wind gusts, plus the threat of isolated tornadoes as the Sunshine State feels the impacts of Elsa.
I don't know what it would be like to be worse. I don't know that I'd want that, but this is okay. I can handle this.
Governor Ron DeSantis expanding his state of emergency declaration to include a total of 33 counties.
Be prepared to be without power for a few days and having enough food and water for each person and their family, including for your pets.
Emergency officials warning people to take the storm seriously.
So I know it may seem, as Floridians, we've been here a long time, we've seen every type of storm, but you really never know. We've had other storms in the past that seem like nothing, but they end up with a lot of flood damage.
It's something business owners in Pinellas County know all too well. Some were caught off guard during Tropical Storm Eta last year.
We've never experienced that, being here 6 years. So that was surprising. We prepared and lifted stuff off the ground to some level, but we didn't think it would get all the way throughout the store. So we had some damage, a couple $1,000s worth of loss.
And now to news out of the Bahamas. We have both sad and some good news here. Our One Caribbean News' Deandra Hamilton has more on a devastating plane crash and also the big announcement of a cruise line making the Bahamas its home port.
A couple of significant news items from the Bahamas, including a tragedy creating a fiery scene in Treasure Key, Abaco. A plane crash and 2 pilots of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force are said to have been on board. Police were summoned to the scene around 3:30 p.m. Monday. The report is there were no signs of life. First, there was a nosedive, then an explosion. The Air Accident Investigation Authority of the Bahamas said details would come once they got on the ground for their probe, which was expected to happen early Tuesday morning. Happy news, however, was had on Saturday on the eve of American independence.
To officially welcome Crystal Cruises back to the Bahamas and to see this magnificent ship, the Crystal Serenity, make Nassau her home port.
Crystal Cruises, Crystal Serenity, cast off on Saturday night with 900 passengers on board, now home porting in the Bahamas as cruising gains momentum following a 16-month hold to the industry due to the coronavirus pandemic. It was another big production, this time at Pompey Square, for the inaugural sailing from the port of Nassau for Crystal Serenity, which now calls that port home.
We are very sure guests will be enchanted as they island hop to our more secluded family islands and uncover the hidden gems of these unique destinations. It feels great to say that cruising is back in the Bahamas.
The minister says the benefits of home porting are extensive, with Crystal Cruises between July and November bringing some 16,500 cruise passengers to the Bahamas for the luxury cruises. And Bahamians may be happy to learn that Crystal Cruises has a natives treat.
But we have decided to offer a very special Bahamian resident special on all of the voyages on Crystal Serenity.
Today, the cruise is in the Exuma Keys.
And that was our Deandra Hamilton reporting. While police in South Florida are looking for a group of men who landed their boat on a Florida beach Tuesday. Border Patrol agents suspect the men are migrants and were part of a smuggling event on Hollywood Beach near Fort Lauderdale. Officers spent some time talking with eyewitnesses and looking for the 5 or 6 men with little luck. One witness says the men were happy and laughing and thanked God they were, quote, here. Now, another eyewitness said the men were Cuban and had escaped the island. Authorities are asking anyone who sees the men to call police. And Prime Minister Alan Chasnet Monday night announced that St. Lucians will go to the polls on Monday, July 26th. Chasnet said nomination day will be on July 16th. He said he had taken 3 matters into consideration before announcing the date, including ensuring the safety of St. Lucians during the campaign and voting, as well as allowing for schools used as voting centers to be closed. Chasnet is leading the ruling United Workers' Party into his 2nd consecutive election after guiding the party to victory in the 2016 poll, winning 11 of the 17 seats, with the remainder going to the St. Lucia Labor Party.
The circumstances of life as we know it now will mark this as one of the most important elections that any of us alive today is likely to face in our lifetimes. We truly are at a crossroads. That's why it's so important that you listen and evaluate the plans and programs that we put forward by the political parties. We know this is not an ordinary election. This is an election for the ages. As we head into elections, I wish to advise you all that both political parties have agreed to abide by protocols established by the Chief Medical Officer and the Police Commissioner with a view to keeping us all safe and healthy. I implore all of you to follow these. During the campaign, let us treat each other with respect and kindness. I urge all of you to stay safe, to stay strong, and to stay united.
And switching gears now to the latest on the coronavirus front, new COVID infections are rising in nearly half of all U.S. states, largely fueled by the more contagious Delta variant, which is now the dominant strand in the U.S. President Biden is launching a new push to get more Americans vaccinated, and it includes door-to-door outreach. Here's more.
Tonight, a new warning from President Biden about the COVID-19 Delta variant after meeting with top health officials.
We discussed how the Delta variant is already responsible for half of all cases in many parts of this country. It's more easily transmissible, potentially more dangerous.
The number of cases across the country is up by 9%, and several states are seeing a dramatic surge. Arkansas is now averaging 475 new cases a day compared to 142 a month ago. In Missouri, 861 people are testing positive, up from 396. And in Nevada, there are 449 new cases, more than double the 204 in June. Most of the states with spikes also have vaccination rates that are lower than the nationwide average.
Millions of Americans are still unvaccinated and unprotected. And because of that, their communities are at risk.
The president said the administration would continue door-to-door outreach in local communities hesitant to get vaccinated and also provide more doses to schools and workplaces. But some people who have access to the vaccine still don't want it.
Is the White House tweaking its strategy to reach those people, to change their minds?
I wouldn't say it's about changing their minds. What we have seen over the course of time is that the most reliable voices are trusted actors in communities, medical experts.
Top health experts say holdouts are taking a big gamble with their lives.
Right now, if you're unvaccinated and you've not previously gotten COVID and recovered, you should anticipate that you will get COVID this summer from the Delta variant.
Vaccine experts note that many of the states with lagging vaccination rates and high case numbers are mostly red states. The White House is sending surge response teams to those areas to tackle, among many things, the politics around getting a shot.